How's it going, everyone? I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Today's stream is going to be a little bit short because I do open tomorrow, but I wanted to show off something that I have been working on here. You know how I've been working on my Corsair line of machines? Well, I'm working on a Corsair storage module here. So what this thing does is it takes in items right here. It lifts them up right over here. Then when it gets up here, it sorts them, or it brings them over here and then sorts them into either going up to the drone, down into storage, and then very last, going into the Awesome Sink. The reason why the drone itself doesn't immediately go up there is because I wanted to visualize all the belts. So you'll see the drone going through here, you'll see the storage going there, and then you'll see the trash going down there. Once the drone fills up, this belt will be full, and then you'll see it all go into the storage. Once the storage is full, then you'll see the trash belt started. That one will always be moving. And then you can just go over here and just access this like so. But yeah, I've been lighting it up using my Corsair lighting. I think it's looking pretty good. I do want to add some lighting to the drone pad that I will be working on right now, actually. Let me go ahead and save this really quick. I don't know if I saved it recently. There we go. But I need to figure out where to add some lighting. There is some places I'm thinking of, like right here and right here. However, those won't be super visible, I don't think. I do have the option to add some lighting underneath here, I guess. In another world, I added some lighting along the edges of this, and that looked pretty cool. So I may be doing that as well. Let's go ahead and bring a beam up here, though, first. As always, I am listening to my own music. I did try listening to Stream Beats, my last stream. However, apparently there's a lot of copyrighted music on the Stream Beats and the Stream Beats Spotify list. And so my my video got demonetized. So yeah, that sucked. But it is what it is. It was just one stream. Not a huge deal. Let's see here. Oops. Sorry, wrong button. Wrong button. Accidentally hit a hotkey. There we go. Okay, so I need to think. So it'd be like this. Or I could just get the signs down. A problem with the drone pad, though, in some places on it, if I misplace it, I won't be able to pick it back up without removing the whole drone pad. So I'm going to try to avoid that, because I don't want to have to destroy this whole thing and then rebuild it. Or all the connections, at least. So we'll try not to do that. Let's see. So what I did in one of my other worlds is something like this. And then just attached it all the way across. Something simple like that. Which I might do as well here. Then I'd put another sign right here. And then some signs right here, I think. I think that'd be good. That is very simple, though. I think that would be all I need to do, though. So I did save the game, so let's plop that down. I wonder, can I remove it? Yes, I can. Okay. I did try in another world to add lighting down here so that when this thing opens up, the light will shine out from here. However, it kept the drones from being able to land. So I gotta avoid that. So let's start with maybe heal. Like that. Then this one will be blue. Also, you'll notice that I skipped my starting screen. I think I'm going to avoid using starting screens now. Just hop right into the action. Okay, I have to place that there, and then this one will be purple. Okay, so I'll end up with something like that. How is that? Is that all right? I mean, I could also do something like this. What was that, 5 meters? Nope, not even close to 5 meters. But this will give me an idea. Let's see, I could do something like this going across. I think it would be... Let's see, would I use white or black? Maybe white, actually. So let's go ahead and make white beam. Alright, so if we sample this guy... How long is that? Is that like 7? Take a look. Ooh, okay, so it's 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Let's bring this over here. Down, and then back. Oops. Like that. How does that look? Does that look alright? I feel like if I do that, I also have to do something like this. All the way to the end. Gets it looking a little sturdy. Maybe it's a little too bulky, though. I don't know. Also, if I put this on the end, I think it might interfere with the blueprint connecting. If I do that... I don't know. I don't know. I think that may be a little too bulky. I don't want it to be that bulky, so let's remove these guys. Is that even connected? Okay, so it is touching, so that's good. So if I wanted to go all the way around this, do something like this. There'd be a little gap there, but at the corner. Yeah. Okay, this would have to be a shorter one. Is this at the right height, though? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay, I was wondering why it wasn't letting me connect. There we go. And then I need a smaller sign over there. which would be... I believe it would be a 3. So, like, that would go right... No, maybe a smaller one. Let's see. It'd be like that. Okay, there's a little bit of gap there and a little bit of gap there. As long as that's even, that should be good. How are we going to do this? I'm thinking, actually... I could line some lights up here. Like, if I reverse this, I'd put it right here. I think it would mess with the blueprint a little bit, but might be okay. That way, it'd be a continuous line around. Let's try this out really quick. I don't know. This might cause some issues with the blueprint auto-connecting, but... like, if I put this right here... I can make it a line that goes around and then connects to the next one over. Continuous line. That might be cool. I wish I could close this gap here. Is there a way for me to do that? I don't think so. I don't think I can. So if I turn this to white... and then this goes around this way, turns purple, and then maybe back to blue, then teal, then white. That might look pretty cool. Blue, teal, and then white. And then this would just, like, go all the way across the storage modules. That might be cool. I don't know. It feels weird. Like, I need... maybe I should add a beam. Let's try the beam over here. Okay, up one. Then out. Up. How about... like that? No. You know what? I wonder, is there another thing that I can use here? Like, low barriers? I wonder. You know what? I have an idea. Shit, I just realized I could do something like that and have the lights inside of the barrier. However, if I want to change the light inside the barrier, that gets a little annoying. Ugh. Let's see. Trying to remember how to do that. Let me see. Usually just by trial and error, I somehow get it, and then I can never replicate it. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be a kind of short stream. I do work early tomorrow, but I really wanted to show off what I've been working on here. Nope, that did not change anything. Okay. Let's see if that's better. Oh, shit! Did I get it? That's wild. That's wild. How do I do that? I just accidentally stumble across it every now and again, how to fix it. Oh my god. But, thing is, if I get to this area right here... And that looks stupid. Daskino, how you doing? What is up? How did I get that? I have no idea. So let's go ahead and put that right. How's your day going? Do I want it to cross a... How does that look? Like... Does that matter having that there? But yeah, that's Kino. What we're working on today, we're building a storage module based on the Corsair line of computers and accessories. Nice, nice. Stability is key. I love stability. That is one of my main goals whenever I'm building any factory. I want all my machines in my entire world to be running non-stop. Right now, my shredders are the only thing that fluctuate. And I say shredders, but I'm talking about... Oh my god, I'm so close to my power cap. That's scary. Woo! So if my power does crash, I can just turn off my steel power or steel factory, boot it back up, and turn my steel factory back on. So I'm not too worried. This does upset me though, because I've got a huge factory planned out, and now I need to make a power plant first. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, the only thing in my world that isn't perfectly stable is these guys right here. These guys turn on and off, and I wish there was a way to remove that from the graph so that I could see exactly what my factory power draws are. But yeah, this right here is the main out source of this factory is batteries, which will be over there. I decided to... I had a big factory planned out, and then I realized I can't get nitrogen to my big factory because it's all the way across the map. So I decided drone power. But all I had to fuel the drones was fuel. And that wasn't going to work out because fuel sucks to power drones. So I had to build a battery factory first. And this factory also gives me some other stuff as well, such as... I was able to make some diluted fuel to make a little power tower over there. It makes a ton of screws. So if I need screws anywhere in my world, I can send them over with this with drones. 371 batteries. Got copper powder. It'll give me some iron ingots for whatever reason I want to use them for. It gives me sulfur. It gives me empty canisters for some reason. I don't know what I'm going to use those for yet. But the main export of my factory here is batteries. And like, this factory does look kind of big when you look at it from above, but this is what's there. It's not a lot. Now, this was a factory I was planning. This thing was a factory I was planning. Yeah, so this is very minuscule in comparison. But yeah, look at all those green lights. Also, I decided to try something out in this factory that I hadn't done before. This is a circular building with machines in circles. And I've never done this before, but I think it turned out pretty good. This is my copper powder building. Oh, yeah, no, this is one I stumbled across years ago. This is satisfactory-planner.versal.app. It is a very... It takes a little bit of a learning curve, but unlike most Satisfactory planners, where you put in what you have to work with, and then what you want at the end, what products you want at the end, and then it does all the calculations, and you can't really adjust it at all to say, hey, I want more of this, I want more of this. You can't really go into the specific machines and make adjustments. This one you can. However, it does require a little bit of a learning curve. You need to use it a lot. It lets you dial stuff in too. So, like, it goes down to the decimal point. But it gets, you can get really into the details of the numbers. I highly recommend it. Does take a little bit to learn, but it works great for me. I'm surprised more people don't use it. But yeah, this thing right here, I've got 6 screw drone pads. Each of these can receive my max belt speed, which is currently 780 screws per minute. So if I ever need screws anywhere, I can just send some drones over to pick them up. I am playing with pure random nodes, so it's given me a little bit of a challenge figuring out where I'm going to build stuff, but it's been fun. It's been fun. All right, so the fuel fetcher will be... This is my nitrogen station right here. This guy right here will drone port... this one's a fuel fetcher nitro station. The fetcher is the word that I've used for drones that go pick up items from someplace and return with them. The nitro pickup would be where a drone comes and picks up the nitrogen, brings it back to where it comes from. However, the drone that returns with the nitrogen should also be carrying the empty nitrogen containers back. But I tried fueling this thing with just regular fuel, and it was not working because I have to transport nitrogen from here to where my new factory is going to be over here. And that was not going to work. But something about me, I have a lot of trouble with cosmetics and architecture. I'm not good at it. I'm very basic. I use all the default colors, but like, I like laying out factories in a very nice, modular, compact way. My OCD loves it. Yes, so I did actually just add that. So as far as mods go, one of the mods that I have is called Cartograph. It will add your builds to the map. like this. I really wanted that mod because I love visualizing like how big my factories are and like the shapes. Like you can see my nice circular shape right there. But yeah, that's Cartograph. The other mods that I have, one of them is a bigger blueprint mod, so I can make a huge blueprint if I wanted to. Haven't really had the... Yeah, definitely. That's one of my must-have mods. It's just very nice to see. It doesn't really change gameplay at all, so that's always nice. I don't like to stray too far from vanilla. And actually, I've been playing this world for a long time already. I want to say at least a couple months now. Without any mods, but just 2 days ago, I caved and got the mods. Because they don't really affect gameplay at all. Yeah, no, it's so constricting having tiny little blueprint designers. Like, even with the big blueprint designer, I still try to build as compact as possible, like this. But I just like the freedom of having the space. But yeah, like, I've got my Corsair line of machines. That's my Corsair shredder right here. But I also have a bunch of other ones, like Corsair everything. Like, my Corsair manufacturer is probably my favorite looking machine that I made. Nice, nice. Yeah, I've had a few worlds. Yeah, I've got like 1,500 hours, something like that. But yeah, I love playing around with lights. Yeah, I started off my Corsair brand of machines with this guy right here. Yeah, there was a time when I was playing this game for like... I played for like 100 hours without touching blueprints at all. And then I got blueprints, started getting into blueprints, and oh my god, it's a game changer. But yeah, I'll probably upload my Corsair machines to the Blueprint website eventually. Right now, what I'm doing is adding lighting to my drone pad. I'm pretty happy with the rest of this thing. I may want to do something with this guy, though. Looks a little boring down here. But yeah, what I've been working on here is a modular storage system. So, like, this would be the main floor that I'd stand on. I can come up to my storage unit. But then each one of my storage modules will have... it'll be coming down from above. First, things will go to the drones to fill up the drones, so I can pick up and bring it to my next factory. So it'll basically be incremental. My factories will be incremental. Everything from my last factory will be able to be transported to my next factory to improve that factory. And so on and so forth. But yeah, it prioritizes filling the drones and then filling storage, which it has storage, and then a dimensional depot underneath. And then if these belts are completely full, then it goes to the shredder. This is what I've been working on for a couple days now. Where the items go in is right here. You know what? I am going to butcher this. I don't think I ever said it out loud yet. Ibaku? On the tubes? How you doing? Yeah, I did it! Corsair! Ibaku. Okay, okay. That makes sense. Ibaku. Ibayu. Ibayu? There's no There's no Q in there. But yeah, I've been working on this thing. Loving it. I also changed the lighting on these guys to color code them. Got everything white. Added some lighting up here. Like, there's always going to be a little bit of flickering like this, but actually I like it. It adds a little character. Like, if you see anything cyberpunk, you'll see flickering lights. In Baku. Oh, like in Black Panther. Deskino. Thank you. But yeah, my next plan, I actually will probably use this module in this factory. I wasn't going to, simply because this factory doesn't have this color scheme at all. So it would stand out and seem a little out of place, but I really want to use this thing. So I probably will set this up somewhere here. I was thinking that I'd have a storage room and then next to it a drone port, but with this module, it kind of combines everything. Razer build with green highlights? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I could just edit my blueprints and change the lighting on them. But that might be the next move. There was something I was thinking about doing though, like a black color scheme with like flame looking stuff, because like the flickering, I could make use of this kind of visual glitch, make it look like fire, maybe like flowing through the platforms. That was a thought that I had. Like a hell themed. It's not often that someone inspires me with what they're making, with how much I've played and watched. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. Yeah, because I don't have near as many hours as you do. I only have like 1,500, but let's see. But I am very passionate about this game, so it's very fun just trying to get creative and trying new things. Let's see. I don't know about this. Like, the lighting itself is alright, but like, I feel like it doesn't look like it's attached to anything. But yeah, I've got some, I have uploaded some blueprints on the Satisfactory Calculator Blueprint website. I built them in my first world, and it's all on my blueprints are on my secondary PC to the side of me. So I don't have them in this Satisfactory world. But I did upload them to the Satisfactory Calculator website, and I keep telling myself maybe I should re-download them. Let's see. But like, I had a like a aesthetic that I was going for with another bunch of blueprints that I created. Blueprints, there we go. Let's see. Where is it? Ah, here we go. Yeah, these are my blueprints from before on my old world. These green guys. But yeah, like my manufacturer, this is what I called my manufacturer compact cage. which was corrupted I used the name corrupted default because I wanted like the default colors, but then it looks like it has like a virus or something from the inside. Hey, Deskino, I really appreciate that. Like the only I have a big weakness though. Oh yeah, that's my Foundry cube. Love this thing. I think it used like every little bit of space inside of this thing to make it as compact as possible. Let's see. But my biggest weakness that I still don't know how to fix is architecture. Like, I'll build out like a ton of machines like this and get them working 100% efficiency. But then I just kind of lose interest when it comes to like building out the buildings themselves. I really, like this is the limitation of like how much effort I put into my buildings, and I don't want to do that. Because like, as much as seeing like all these machines working, I love that, but I don't know how to build buildings around things. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, one sec. If you want to see my maximum powers, I would, but I don't let anyone into my worlds, unfortunately. I get paranoid. But Deskino, do you happen to stream, or do you just watch? Because like if you stream, I'd love to hop into your stream and see what you do. But oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. You just love you're passionate about the game like I am. Love it. Do you want to see my I like to show off. I like to show off because it encourages me to try to reach my maximum potential and then try to improve where I've been at. Um Let me see. Where's my maximum potential? Um this wasn't even my maximum potential, but this was in my second world that I worked in. Like you could see, like I struggle with like how to put machines inside of stuff. Which actually this is basically what I have right here, except more cagey and with a lot more actually, that's about the same amount of machines. Okay, but that's not my max potential. That's nowhere near my max potential. Oh. This is almost my max potential. Yeah, that was a nuclear factory. Oh. Here, a second. Yeah, I love the what's it called? What's it called? Tilt shift. Yeah, see this was using my corrupted default blueprints. Looks like an infected city. Oh yeah, that was my my drone pad in my first world. Like everything that was being made down there went to my drone pads to bring to the next factory. See, I hate rails. I can't do rails. Every time I do rails, it looks stupid. That's my first coal plant. Yeah, my drone pad, I actually made this out of a bunch of blueprints, and I was able to copy-paste it into multiple places in my world. Like, this was using the same blueprint, which I have not uploaded to the website yet. Oh, yeah, here's my max potential. I'm too lazy to lay out rails. I've always drifted towards drones. Yeah, that's... Tilt shift kind of ruins it, to be honest, but yeah, this was my max potential. Yeah. You can tell I love my lighting. Yeah, that was the last factory that I worked on in my first world. And then I made a second world, and I got like maybe 3/4 of the way through the game, building some decent factories, but didn't make it to the end. This one I did make it to the end. Oh yeah, that's my storage room in my first world. Yeah, this was actually in around the Blue Crater. You can see I tried to do like a circular thing with it. That's a drone pad underneath here that brought in items from other factories. But I never completed this. I never completed this. Oh, and over there's my storage room. See all those belts going in there. Yeah. So I've got a few rules when I'm playing Satisfactory. To avoid no spaghetti, but I say no spaghetti, but as long as the spaghetti is hidden, actually, to be honest, this isn't that bad compared to other logistics floors that I've done. Not as bad. But like any spaghetti I try to keep down on my logistics floor. But another rule I have is no clipping. Clipping is okay as long as it's not too crazy and it doesn't clip into anything that moves. And then my third rule is all machines must be functioning at all times. Green lights on every machine 100% of the time. The only exceptions that I have to that are the shredders, which I wish I could remove the shredders turning on and off. Like, I'd prefer the shredders just being always on and always drawing as much power than to be turning on and off, but that's just the way the game works. And I think after playing in a couple of worlds, I finally figured out fluids. I haven't had too many problems with fluids, and like, I do just like technically this line itself acts as a water tower, but I put another water tower on top just in case. For some reason, I'm getting more ingots going on this line than this line. I don't know why. Coming from the same machines. I did have an issue with this definitely not giving enough ingots, and it was because I forgot to attach a belt, like right here. It was a stupid rookie mistake. But now all of them are up and running perfectly, but for some reason, my calculations are correct. I quadruple checked them, but for some reason, the ones on the end over here seem to not keep enough ingots. Like, see, these were in the 20s before. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Deskino, do you have Discord? I'd love to get inspiration from other people. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so that completely removes my interest in having those barriers, because when I'm this far away, I don't see the signs. It's only until I get there that I see the signs. Okay, so we've ruled out really quickly doing this. Okay. This will be a slightly expensive blueprint. Not crazy expensive, but a little bit. Ibayu. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, go enjoy your nap. I wish I could take naps. I've never been able to take naps. But yeah, I've got my Discord in the panels down below. Trying to... So I did notice that I built this layer 1 meter too high. I should have built it here because now it's kind of like off. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It kind of bugs my OCD, but at the same time, I kind of like that there's a little bit more space on the walkable main floor. But I've been trying to... what am I doing? With my buildings. See, that's on that floor right there. Then that's on that floor. But I went 1 meter off right there. But then I fixed it right here. But this floor is just 1 meter off, which... my OCD kind of bugs my OCD, but at the same time, I'm like, I got a little more space in my main walkable area. But yeah, I've got a Discord. I'll be honest, I don't use it that often. However, I am going to be revamping it soon. Because it is currently under my old brand. Like everything theme related in my Discord is under my old brand. I say recently, but it's been like half a year. I rebranded as a VTuber, and I have not rebranded my Discord at all. Knives, how you doing? What is up? Nice to see you again. But yeah, I do want to start using my Discord a little bit more, because I do play community games every now and again. Usually I'm hanging out in other Discords, but I would like to use my own Discord again at some point. You're doing good, Knives? Awesome, awesome. But yeah, Kino, I would love to see pictures or whatever of your builds. I love to see what other people do, because it's very interesting to see how other people have different styles of building. Like, whenever I search up Satisfactory, just in Google, I see a whole bunch of different factories that look nothing like mine. So I think I do have kind of like a unique build style. It's very compact, very modular. Whereas I see other people who focus more on like the aesthetics of it, the architecture. I know a lot of them, they overclock their machines so they don't have to have as many as I do. Me, I avoid overclocking as much as I can. I prefer underclocking because I enjoy seeing a ton of machines. Dang, I really wish I could have you guys listen to my music as well. I'm listening to Skrillex actually right now, but I was listening to Expedition 33 music. But you know, copyright strikes and all that stuff. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that you guys think I should add to this? I'm really... or is there anything I should do with this bar here? I wonder, is there any other architecture I could add to that to make it look a little better? I don't know if you hear that, but my cat's yowling in the background. Yeah, if you ever hear my cat yowling in the background, it's not because she's upset or anything. It's because she's deaf and she doesn't know how loud she yowls. Well, that doesn't work. So I did use Infinite Nudge in one of my worlds. I think I want to try to avoid using Infinite Nudge, just because it is kind of fun, just troubleshooting and trying to figure out like how I can get things to work. Like recently, I learned how to do stuff like this, making angles just to slightly change where things are lined up. But yeah, what I'm doing right now is kind of just experimenting with decorations. That's funny. Yeah, my baby Chihiro, she's had a history of bad ear infections throughout her life. That says some cats are just genetically prone to them. But yeah, unfortunately, she probably about 2 years ago, she completely lost her hearing. She also is a wobbly cat. It affected her balance as well. But she still lives a good life. She loves cuddles. Where else can I add lighting? Can I add lighting in here? Oh. No. No, I don't want to add any lighting on the sides because this is a modular build, so I'll be placing these right next to each other. So there's no point. Let's see. Also, there is something that I need to keep in mind. If I'm going to use this build in my other factories, I'm going to have some place to import items from. This one deports items, but I need a drone that imports items. That is something I completely forgot about. Maybe I'll make it look the same, except on the inside it'll be kind of completely bare. I don't know. What do you think? Should I kind of start from scratch and do something else with my input port, my receiver? I'm not too sure. But yeah, my Discord's called the Rioters because my previous name is Covert Riot, which was a kind of an inside joke about how I play Assassin's Creed, which I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in years. So it was kind of irrelevant to have that as my streamer name. But Firefox Shen, I love red pandas, and pandas are known as firefoxes. And then Shen is God. I love Lovecraftian things. That is why I got these tentacles. Let's see. Yeah, so if I think about this, an import... You know what? I've always wondered, like, how do drone pads work? Because if I do an import pad, I send like 2 drones out at a time from one import pad. Well, I can't do it from the same pad, obviously. Each drone can only go... Each drone has a home location that they can travel to an empty pad and back to their home location. But if I have 2 drone pads, say like one's like right next to this one, the drone will fly through that, and I don't think I'd like that. But like if I need a lot of a certain item, there was... Okay, so there's this blueprint that I made in my first world. I didn't upload it anywhere, and I kind of want to hop on my second PC at some point and get that blueprint. But it was a blueprint that you could just put right next to a miner, a Mark III miner that will give a full 1,200 ore, and it would anywhere in the world. Well, it brought the ore up to a... What was it? 4? Yeah, it was 4 drone pads. And there was a 5th drone pad that went and fetched batteries. And it delivered the batteries to the 4 drone pads. But the 4 drone pads would take in 1,200 worth of ore. And then all the way across the world, I had another 4 drone pads. But those had drones. Those were drone homes. And those drones could travel all the way across the world, pick up that ore, bring it all the way back to their home pads, and what is released from those pads, it all combines again into one belt, 1,200 belts, and it created a continuous stream of 1,200 ore. So basically, it was a teleporter. It was called Project Portal, actually. You know what? I think I did. One second. I might have pictures of that. It was a test to see if I could basically make a teleporter using drones. And it was like foolproof as well. It never had any issues or backups. Let's see. And it's something I'd like to play around with more in this world as well. Maybe I just had some work in prod... No! Wait a minute. Okay, no, I did... The 4 pad, actually didn't work out. That one didn't work out. I think it was this one here that worked out. This is not the full thing, but this gives you an idea of how it looked up in the... This would have been up in the air. I swear where is it? Uh, oh. Well, here's what Project Portal looked like from underneath. This is what it looked like from... No, no. No. No, this wasn't Project Portal. That was just a regular, just drone port entrance that I had. Where was it? It must have been the four drone port one. Yeah, I guess this was it. This was me testing it. So it took a full 1,200. I'll probably experiment with this more. But this was me doing some basic testing, going from this portal to that portal. This was easy, obviously, because the drones didn't really have to go that far. But like, I love doing little tests like that. Hmm. There was something that I made, and I think it's probably outdated now. But like near the end of my first world, I was using so many items. Like I had enough items coming from a machine that it almost filled for 1,200 belts, but they were not completely full. And I was trying to figure out how to combine them into 3 completely full 1,200 belts without the stuttering, without them backing up. Because, you know, as you know, if you try just merging stuff onto mostly full belts, it causes a little bit of stuttering and backups. So I invented, what did I invent? Where is it? Because I hadn't seen it anywhere else. But I think now that priority mergers are in the game, it's kind of outdated. Doesn't... Oh, ooh! I forgot my fuel furnace. This was in my second world, actually. My fuel furnace. It was a fuel generator. Or a fuel power plant. It was supposed to look like it was on fire. Yeah, I think this was it at max height. Max height. Gave a decent amount of power. Where is it? Where is it? But yeah, I like adding lighting to machines to make them more interesting. Like this. I wanted it to look like lava in there. It's kind of what I'm doing here with my Corsair line of machines. And like sometimes I do something like this where like I make the machines more of a floor texture than anything. But yeah, I always build super modular. Very modular. Oh, this was actually something that I was trying to do in something I was working on for a coal power plant in my second world. I never got around to expanding this because it could have gone up like 4 times this amount, I think, once I increased my belt speed. Where is it? Where is it? Um, this build of mine actually inspired what I'm doing right now. Kind of looked like a PC. Dang, that is a lot. I thought I built in mass. Where is it? I saw it. Oh, right here. This thing right here. What this did was it took almost full 4, 1,200 belts, and then it turned them into 3 completely full 1,200 belts, and then there was like an output with the remainder on it. I could not figure out how to do this. Every single thing that I tried, and I Googled and I looked at different mergers, and it was not working. And then I built this thing, and it worked perfectly. It just created a little bit of buffers with the storage containers. But this was the days before the priority mergers. So now I'm sure there's way better ways of doing it. All right, I'm done showing off. But I do want to finish this up today. So let's see. Sorry, I got distracted. I get distracted showing off my stuff because I like to get people's input on like what I can improve. What do you think I should work on as far as like, is it? I think I need to work on architecture a little bit more. So I've been doing stuff like this. Working on angles, which I've never really done too much of. Most of my stuff have been very boxy. Yeah, I actually really like the flickering. A lot of my builds end up looking like they're right out of Cyberpunk. But like, the builds that I'm currently working on, the machines that I've been working on, Corsair line, they look like a cleaner version of Cyberpunk stuff. Like, they're nothing too crazy, but I think when I start building these in mass, it'll look really cool. Where's their refinery? Oh, this one had undercarriage lights. Yeah, it has undercarriage lights. Some lighting right there. Nice little curved light thing there. Yeah, but the manufacturer, I'm really proud of that one. What did my foundry look like? Right now I'm kind of looking at these things to try to figure out what I should do to finish this guy up. Wait. Oh, I didn't color this one correctly. This is supposed to be white. I'm going to have to fix that in the blueprint designer. Because, yeah, this is supposed to be Wait, it is white. It's just really dark. Corsair constructors. So I never build constructors in less than a pair of two. So I just went ahead and made this 2 blueprint. Yeah, look at that lighting. Got some lighting on the outsides as well. Lighting underneath there. A little bit of lighting on the inside. Corsair blender. The assembler. Oh, the assembler I really liked. I'm glad that I was able to get the angles correct to be able to do this. Yeah, so I got the lighting all the way around there. I got some spotlights on the inside. A little bit of lighting on some rim lighting. Yeah, I think I got all the machines. Let me take a look. I guess I didn't get like the fuel generators. Knives on the tubes says, I think the architecture looks good. I say make more modular factories with the Corsair aesthetic. Okay, okay. Yeah, actually that is the next step up, Knives. That's what I'm going to be doing next. Especially now that I got the mod that lets me do bigger blueprints. I'll be doing stuff like this. Like right now, just this bottom layer right here of 10 constructors is a module. However, my modules, like in my first world, were like this, and then like 2 more, or like 4 more layers on top of that. And like in my first world, this whole thing would have been a module, whereas I just have a blueprint here and a blueprint here. And I had to copy it. But definitely, next step is to combine my Corsair line into bigger modules. Okay, so I did get constructors, assemblers, manufacturer, packager, refinery, blender. I have not done the particle accelerator yet. That will be a beast to try to figure out. With all the loops and stuff, I have no idea where to even start. But I'm not at the point of the game yet where I need to use these. Sorry, I just burped. So I did the smelter, I got the foundry. I didn't do any miners, because most of the time I don't have miners like on my factory floor. I really don't care how they look, to be honest. Water extractor. Oh, the water extractor! I forgot the water extractor! And the oil extractor. Oil extractor is kind of like the miner. I don't really care. You know what? I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break, grab another drink, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Got myself an Arizona green tea. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else that I'd want to... You know what? Maybe... I might have to do something with the fuel power generator. I might have to do something with this because my next build is going to be using a lot of these guys. But I'll do that later. That's definitely not a today task. Today's task is to finish this guy up. I just have to get... I don't know what to do here. I really don't know. I need to add more lighting to this, but... Let's see. I could line the outside of this with it. Something that I tried in another world, and I really wish I could have gotten it to work, but it didn't work, is to have a billboard sign inside of this thing so that when this opened up, light would shine out. I tried that. I tried it so many different ways, but it always obstructed the drone pad. The drone would not be able to land. So as far as I'm aware, I don't think there's a way to do that. Okay, I may just do this. I don't like how it's sticking out like that. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. I had it on blueprint. I was afraid that I built inside of the drone. Drone pad. You build inside of the drone pad, then you have to remove the drone pad in order to... Yeah, let me see. Let me see what you got. Oh, shit. You got like a full-on oil rig. I love that. With a crane and everything. Holy shit. Dang. Oh, that factory looks so cool. That is so cool. Got a big fix-it sign over that. That's got to be one of my favorite looking factories right there. The one on top. That one's amazing. Love it. So futuristic too. What did that hovering prism factory make? Yeah, the oil rig, that's insane. I love that. I keep telling myself that I want to make an oil rig, but then I'm like, no way. No way I can do that. It would not look near as good as what I see other people do. And then that discourages me. Okay, so that'll be white, then teal, then blue. And then purple? How does that look? How does this look? Okay, teal, then blue. Then purple. I don't know. The diamond makes diamond and turns them into time crystals. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool. I wonder if there's a way to make use of... What am I doing? The H-beam. Maybe. Let me see. I do like how it reflects the color on the inside of this. That does kind of look cool. Yeah, you got some big factories. But see, like you have some factories here that are like inside of buildings. Me, I don't know how to do that. Every time I try to put... Okay, I think one of the big issues is they do not have a lot of good options when it comes to walls in this game. I really wish they expanded that, because, like, the wall selection they have is limited to this. That's insane. They have all this space right here that they could have given more walls. And, like, even with the concrete and steel walls, there's really not that many options. I may have to hit you up to take a look at that rig. That is insane. Yeah, the walls are just ridiculous in this game. You'd think that Coffee Stain would make that a priority. Like, they've added some amazing stuff in this game, and I love it. But like, come on, Coffee Stain. All I ask is for better walls. I just want better walls. I just feel like the signs should be attached to something. I think black does look better there. I wouldn't bother putting lighting here because this is going to be attached to the next one over. And then maybe I could put beam connectors. I do kind of like how this looks. I do kind of like how this looks. But then I feel like I need to do the same thing up here. Oh yeah, no, I updated that engine file as soon as I started this world because I knew with the amount of machines that I use in my builds that I was going to hit that fast. I probably wouldn't have been able to make at least half of my last factory if I didn't. Yeah, I edited that. I've got it way high. I don't like how this is kind of like a grayish color. I don't like that. There's no way to change that either, I don't think. Yeah, you can't change the color of these guys. I don't like that. I don't like that color. Like, it almost looks better without that, even with it ending sharply like that. Dang, your world's... I mean, network-wise, that would probably be the issue. As far as my PC being able to handle it, I don't think that's an issue at all. I've got a pretty high-powered PC. Yeah, actually, I may have to take you up on checking out that oil rig, because that's insane looking. Are those, like, flames coming up the top? I actually just zoomed in on it a little bit more. But that crane is so cool. The fix-it sign. And those look like cargo crates. Cargo containers. Nice. Oh, and then you got trains running underneath it. Awesome. Yeah, no, I keep hearing trains are the way to go, but I do not have the patience to lay down track. I really wish I did. I don't know. I don't think that works. I think this... I think this looks better, cleaner. Thing is, this gradient should match the gradient up here. And I've got purple in the center here. Do I want to make it purple on the outside and then white on the inside? Because it goes from purple to blue to teal to white. It's clean in here. There was something that was bugging me. There's this one belt here. Oh, wait. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I could reach it. Good. For some reason, I couldn't reach it earlier to change that. I guess when I'm in the color selection, when I'm trying to color that, I couldn't reach the hitbox of that, but apparently the dismantle tool could reach the hitbox. Good. Okay, so that's white now. Oh, that's not white either. Let's egg it. I'll never see it, but... Wait, is this the one that I couldn't reach? I think this one the one I couldn't reach. See, that's orange. That's default color. I don't want that. Everything in here needs to be white and clean and pure. Okay, gonna fix this. Okay, face that in like that. There we go. Now sample the white belt. There we go. Connect this down like so. And then color these white. There we go. Everything's white now. All the belts should be white. Yeah, I do see that in a lot of videos too, like in world tours, people riding their trains around. It looks so cool. I did have a mod in my first world though, where I could ride drones, and I could get some pretty cool views from that as well. You know what? I need to test something really quick. If I can afford it. This is an expensive blueprint. But also, let me check these constructors. Yeah, see, now it's going into the single digits. What's going on? What is going on? My calculations are 100% correct. They're 100% correct. I don't know why this is happening. Yeah, I've got this dialed in exactly how it should be. You know what? I don't think it's an issue here. Let me compare both sides here. I'll let that... And I hear trucks as well are fixed. And I've been thinking I want to build a factory. Maybe it'll be like a small factory somewhere where I have, instead of logistics belts underneath there, I'd have trucks transporting items everywhere. I don't know like the logistics as far as like how fast trucks can transport items. Where the hell is it? Yeah, I think trucks are only good when it comes to like, I'm guessing are only good when it comes to transporting items like from one side of a factory to another. Ah, here we go. Okay, so say I've got... So I've got this guy right here. So we'll place that. And then one right next to it. We'll do auto connect. Okay, so how does this look right next to each other? Of course, I forgot to remove the beam, but... Yeah, ignore the beam going down the center. So this is basically how it'll look inside my storage. Cool, cool. I might add like a black rim around here. Maybe. But it's cool being able to see what it would look like on either side. This thing was a bit of a pain in the ass to light because I had to make sure that the lighting was good, but at the same time, when it's activated, when this thing goes down, the lighting couldn't, like, the signs couldn't protrude from the top of this thing. That took a sec to figure out. And even then, I've still got, like, little bits of the billboard showing there, but it doesn't really bug me that much. Thank you! Thank you! I appreciate that. It's always nice to know that something looks as good as I am trying to make it look. Okay, so this, though, I'd need to manually put it in a sign. Like that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, since I can nudge it into place, I can just place that as part of the blueprint. And I know that I could have made this a lot more compact as well, but I think it's good how it is. Do want to see this thing in action, though. Oh, wait. I haven't seen it from this side yet. Yeah? Yeah, I like that. Signs still seem a little weird, like they're not... They're just randomly placed there. I don't know. Actually, I think the problem may be... This doesn't need to be that long. If I make that shorter... no, maybe it needed to be long. Yeah, see, I would use more signs, and a lot of my builds in the past have used more signs. But yeah, I've never used signs as walls. I bet that's very expensive using a ton of crystal oscillators, which I don't even have a crystal oscillator factory yet. So I'm trying to sparingly use billboard signs. I do have a crystal factory, though. Why do I want to do this? 1 second. Why do I want to do something like this? No, maybe this looks better. Yeah, going up like this looks better than going up like this, I think. Yeah, it does. Okay. Don't know. Just wanted to try that. That's crazy. That's a lot of signs. That was weird. That took forever to disappear. But also, there's going to be some clipping here. 1 second. Also, I can't afford it, apparently. I need to see what this would look like lined up the other way. So it'd be like this. Do I want it, like, right next to each other? Connected like that? Is this too tight of a corridor, or do I want, like, a little aisle going in between? Because if I have, like, a little glass walkway in the center, I could see the items going into my factory. And then going down into here. And over here. The inputs. Yeah, no, that'll do it fast. That'll do it very fast. Yeah, my corrupted default, some of my corrupted default blueprints had probably about, like, probably almost 50 in those modules that I showed you earlier. Just for the module itself. Of course, I can't afford this because I don't have enough high-speed connectors. So... Oops. I think I nudged that at the last second. Yep. Fuck. I just want to see what it would look like when walking inside of it. A foundation between, just... Yeah, not to be cramped. I think that is good. Like, I'd have a glass walkway here, and then it would start. Right now, it's a little cozy. A little too cozy. But imagine walking through this thing, and all the shredders are going, and... Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't wait to see that. I was a little worried about the, like... the storage containers being, like... kind of far apart, but to be honest, I don't think there will be a lot of times that I'll be going through my storage room. Because when do I ever need to pick up parts when I have the dimensional depots? So I don't mind them being slightly farther apart. It just makes it very convenient for the drone, the storage, and the shredder to be in the same exact 3x3 grid. Well, technically it's like 3x4 if you include this right here. But I built the rest of it in a 3x3 by 1... It's probably around like 8 high. 8 times 4, whatever that ends up being. I'm not a mathematician. Wait, something auto-connecting down here? Oh, it is! What the hell? Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna have to be careful of that with the auto-connect. That's not supposed to connect there. If that auto-connected that would make... Actually, if I auto-connected this, that would make this other side basically a second drone pad. It would make the, it would make this thing obsolete. The shredder would no longer be used. However, the drone pad up top here would be working and be filling with the items, but as soon as the drone pad would be full, it would go down here and go into the next one. So that drone pad would fill up, that storage would fill up, and then the shredder. So if I wanted 2 drone pads for something, I could just do this. Yeah, I never really used the auto connect before. Okay, I can't change the color of that, apparently. Hey, thank you for the Prime. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very kind of you. Appreciate it. Let's see. So, I sometimes use roofs for, like, clear floors. Let's see what that looks like. The only problem with roofs is it goes above the foundation. So, like, there's a little lip here like that. And I don't like that. It makes it easier to see through, but I don't think I like that. The only time I do this is if I had it, like, going all the way to the edge. But yeah, like this I don't think I like. Do I want a glass floor? I don't know. In other storage rooms I've had before, I've always had the items going underneath and you could see them moving around. Do I want to do that here as well? Or do I just want to make it like black? I don't know. Also, I need to add some lighting to this guy as well. That's the thing. I keep telling myself that as I finish a factory, I'm going to update the cosmetics of it, and then I never get around to doing it. So that's why I'm kind of, like, trying to blueprint the cosmetics as well. That way I don't have to think about it while building. Oh, no! Yeah, no, I know that losing mods that you've been using in a world and then opening that world again can cause some major havoc. I did use a mod before which let me monitor... It was before they added it into the game. It let me monitor the throughput of belts. And then the game updated, and then I tried opening my world again, and the mod didn't work. So there was just a whole bunch of places in my world, in my factories, where there was just gaps in the belts. There was gaps in the belts where the throughput monitors were. And it ended up stopping a whole bunch of my factories. I had to rush around and fix everything before my power went down. The thing is, I don't like how this is black. I wish I could color that white, but it won't let you color this white. That's what's driving me nuts here. If I just do like a solid coated concrete. Let me try turning that to black. But I might not be able to hop in your world today because I do work super early tomorrow, so I only will be able to stream maybe like 30 more minutes. But I definitely want to check that out. I'll Discord you and figure out a time. That's cool. Yeah, that is very important. I'm trying to think like what I want to do. In between. Ah. Absolutely. I am down. Sorry, I'm just experimenting now. Since I don't have a lot of time left to stream tonight. I just want to try some stuff. Oops, I did not center that. You know what? I can just sample this. Let's see. So if I do this and then this, I'll be using a ton of oscillators, but that's okay. Actually, it only uses one oscillator. Why am I freaking out about that? I guess they add up, but okay, so the center is blue. So next one out should be, let me try this, teal. Okay, that's a little much. That's a little much. Nope, that's supposed to be white. Yeah, usually I try to stream later at night. Well, yeah, usually my streams are later at night. Today, though, I was off, so I was able to start my stream a little bit earlier. Okay. That hurts my eyes a little bit. Maybe I lose the purple. Like, I like a little flickering, but not this much. Oops. What the heck? Why can't I fix this? Hmm. Just trying to get an idea of like how I'd want the inside of my thing to look like. You did all but that. That's got to be a first for me. Someone who joined the Discord but didn't follow. That's got to be a first for me. But yeah, I do stream probably around 3 times a week. Unless I'm really getting into the game, which I'll try to stream like 5 times a week. But sometimes work's very exhausting, or I have to work a lot of overtime, and then I usually stream around 3. On really bad weeks, I'll stream 2, but yeah, I'm live on the purple platform and the red platform, so whichever is more convenient for you. I stream on both. I wonder. I wonder. No, I don't like that. Oh, I'm a produce manager at a grocery store. Let's see. Maybe I'll try portrait signs. Ah, those stupid bots. They're all over the place now. It's crazy. Let's see. But work can be a little exhausting sometimes, so sometimes I can't bring myself to stream. But for the most part, I stream as often as I can. I'm listening to this song on Spotify right now. So I listen to my own music, my Spotify. I separate the audio, so unfortunately you guys can't hear it, but due to copyright laws and stuff. I'm listening to some French music, I guess. But like the only French music that I have on my Spotify is Expedition 33 music. And I don't think I added that. What? Did I add that? What I just listened to. Where was that? Oh, okay. Switched songs. I don't even know what I was listening to. It's just weird suddenly hearing French that wasn't from Expedition 33. I have an idea here. Let me cook. Ah. Oh my god. Seizure warning. Okay, this is actually something that I tried in one of my other worlds. Now I'm listening to System of a Down. see. Okay. Okay. But yeah, this is something I tried in another world. And it looked pretty good. However, what I wanted to try here was having maybe the inside be teal? Usually when there's like a little strip of light and I add a little bit, yeah, see, it creates a little bit of flickering, but it's like just a little bit. Okay, of course, now I can't hit, oh wait, there we go. I don't mind that flickering. It actually looks kind of cool. Okay, so like white, and then it goes to teal. Teal. Let's get this one teal as well. And see how this looks. But yes, there's some good French music. But like I said, mostly what I've listened to with French music is Expedition 33 music. But yeah, this is what this looks like at night. This thing looks pretty cool at night. Yeah. I don't know about these windows, to be honest. Like, what if I do something different with the center? Stroma. What kind of music is it? There's sometimes I want to, like, just try something weird like this. Let's make a wall out of an automated gate. Like, mix it up a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, should I replace these guys with this, what's in the center here? Looks a little cleaner. And kind of cooler to see the insides. Oh, you know what? I think that might be the call, actually. I don't think I tried these. I like that. You know what? We're gonna use those instead. Okay, I like alternative. I think most of the music that I listen to is considered alternative. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to change the windows to this. It looks a lot cleaner. I like that. And then the lights, it goes from white to teal to white, and adds just a little bit of flickering while still adding a little color down here. Yeah. Oh, and I love how it reflects like that. Oh my god, that looks so good. I'm geeking out about the fucking graphics in this game. Oh my god. Look at that. That's insane. That is beautiful. But then I also have to figure out what do I want to do with this space up here. So this space right here, what do you think I should do here? I mean, I could put windows there, but it wouldn't really be looking into anything interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Look at the architecture really quick. There is the inverted quarter pipe, but that'll clip a lot into these machines up here. Yeah, I don't want to do that because it will clip quite a bit. It's the inverted ramp. But that clips as well. So that limits me to this kind of stuff. I could make it look like it's a second floor, but not actually a floor that I'd ever go to. I could do that by adding railings. Like that. I would never go up here. Unless I'm checking on my sorting thing. Smaller inverted ramps. Like the smallest one. Oh, it clips a lot considering there's a... That's the, that fuels the drones right there. Yeah, I guess this is fine. You know what? I wonder. If I cover this all up, what does it look like from the outside? Or from the inside? If I do... this. Make it darker in here. I just want to see what it looks like. Ugh, those walls are so gross! Now we look like we're in the back rooms or something. I just wanted to see how much light this would give off. Of course, I didn't block off any of that, but... For the interior, use glossy pure black portrait signs. Oh! Are you talking about, like, just now to test it out, but... Or to have black signs up here? blocking it off. Now everything just looks yellow because of this. But the graphics look so good, actually. I don't know why, but now I'm geeking out about the graphics. But yeah, eventually there will be... I will need to make a wall for the sides of these things. Because there's going to be 2 sides to my storage that will be open to the elements, and I don't want that. What am I listening to now? We're listening to... Okay, so this isn't part of my liked songs. That's why I'm hearing French music. It probably recognized that I listened to Expedition 33 music and gave me a French song. Let's get back to my liked songs. Let's listen to some John Wick music. Okay, yeah, no, let me try. Let me try something. This is just testing something really quick. Ooh, that's clean, though. Starchy, how you doing? Oh, you giving me a mustache? You gave me a drive-by mustache? Come on now. Oh, and hydrate. Okay, I'm gonna hydrate. I got my Arizona green tea here. Let's see if I can chug like half of it. I am hydrated. Look how silly I look. My askew mustache. Oh, but I look so sophisticated, too. I'm so sophisticated. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you. I wonder, what's the difference? Does luminosity affect a black wall? Okay, interesting. Let's... One second, let me check luminosity here. Okay, it doesn't affect anything with black. I figured that might be the case. But overlapping, it causes this thing. Which actually, that looks fine. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Oh, you sent me something. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, you got some nice patterns on the wall. Nice. Are those signs like buried in the white ones? Are they buried in the wall or like level with the wall, or are they on top of it? Catch you later, Starchy. I actually kind of like this. A little bit. Wait, I wonder what kind of glitchiness would I get if I do this? Ah, oh my god. Okay, seizure warning, seizure warning. Don't look. Don't look. I'll protect you guys. I'll protect you. Okay. Nice, nice. Oh, and that I'm assuming the ground is also signs. It looks a little glossy. What does this look like with zero luminosity? Okay, it's like a light is off. Is this mission string off? Oh! What? Wait a minute, wait a minute. I don't know why I didn't just copy paste, but... It's basically a mirror. That's interesting. I've never tried that before. Interesting. Look at that. That's crazy. I can't believe I've never tried that in this game before. I've always done full luminosity because I'm always using it as lights. But I never really thought about using less than full luminosity. I gotta play around with that a bit more then. That actually looks really good. Not for, like, the lighting on my machines. I do love how this looks, but, like, for walls and stuff, oh my god. You just introduced me to something that I had no clue about. There was a... Using this kind of glitch, I did make a... Actually, that one I did upload a video of. One second. I made use of that glitchiness. And I made like a staticky look. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, here we go. One second. One second. Okay, so here we go. I created this static effect. Sorry, that's really loud. One second. Why is where's the volume? Ah, there it is. Okay, ready? I created this staticky looking effect using Z-Fighting. And layering signs is a very specific way. This was in my second world. Honestly, I might not be able to replicate it now. I can't remember how I did it. Now I'm listening to the Greatest Showman music. That is really cool. That is really cool. I gotta play around with that more. These colored signs, or these low emission signs. Oh, that looks so... I wish I could see myself, though. Why can't I see myself? And then if I do, like, matte, what does that look like? Okay, so it's black, black. Okay. Does that actually... Oh my god, 1 second. I don't have a reflection. Oh, you never really know, like, how big things are until you decouple and look at yourself. Look how tiny I am. I'm so tiny. I always forget that, like, your body is about as big as this thing. This thing's even bigger. This thing's bigger than you. Way bigger. Holy crap. That's crazy. I never think about that, like how big these factories actually are. Mind is blown. Vision of the one I see. I might make this a blueprint right here. Just to make it easier to put up. I'm so tiny. I hate how when you leave photo mode, you just instantly drop. It scares me every time. So that's matte. Matte means no reflection at all. All right. But with that, I do have to call it a night. And I will, let's see. Let me check my schedule really quick, actually. I may or may not be streaming tomorrow. Let's see. I'm gonna find out next time I stream. Yeah, I hate that my stream schedule has to revolve around my work schedule. Let's see. Okay, so depending on whether or not I have to stay overtime tomorrow, which actually it looks like I probably will, at least according to my staffing, I probably will not stream tomorrow. However, I will absolutely be streaming Sunday. I'll be streaming Sunday. Because I'm off Monday, Tuesday, so... Yeah, I'm off tomorrow, and then expect 2 days of streaming in a row. Alright. But yeah, thank you for watching. Deskino, very nice to meet you. Thank you again for the sub. And I'll see you either Sunday or Monday. Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday. I might do like a really early stream Tuesday as well. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna end my stream. Not gonna raid tonight, but yeah. Catch you later. Bye.